OnlyFans is booming right now, with girls making hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month monetizing their content. We all know how it works. Girl starts posting her attractive videos and photos on social media, then generates organic traffic, which later follows her link in bio to OnlyFans, where behind a paywall there is more content. Basically nudes for these fans. But OnlyFans didn't stop there. As any successful company or platform, they are selling experience. It's not about nudes in particular, because there's tons of porn online that can be easily found for free. OnlyFans is an experience of having a hot girlfriend for just $10 a month or so. You have the chatting experience and everything is optimized for mobile, so you could feel like it's actually happening to you, since we still spend most of our time in smartphones nowadays, unfortunately. Okay, that's clear. But what is the issue with Ukrainian specific of such business? Let's go through some facts first. Ukrainian laws forbid production and distribution of pornography and other forms of explicit content around it, including nudes. Ukrainian girls are gorgeous. I personally think that Ukraine has the most beautiful women in the world. Median salary in Ukraine right now is around $400 per month. And don't think that the cost of life is way lower. Cars are more expensive than in US due to import taxes. An average one-bedroom apartment in Kiev would cost you around 80K US. Most of the gadgets and goods are imported too, and so on. Naturally, people are struggling to survive, trying to make as much as possible and save as much as possible in order to set themselves up for the future somehow. Because most of social institutions are underdeveloped and you can't really rely on pension because it's like $70 to $100 per month. With Instagram's US models making it big on OnlyFans, taking home hundreds of thousands of dollars and showing this rich lifestyle, Ukrainian girls follow the trend because they also have stuff to show, But it's not as simple as it may seem. First girls to try this not only face the challenge of marketing themselves properly and setting up a decent content creation funnel, but they're also being dragged to court, fined, and in some cases are even facing criminal charges for producing and distributing pornography. That's how an entire community of people who want to make money on it start forming. So now let's peel off every single layer of this scheme and get to the bottom of it. It all starts with tons of job postings all over the place, both in Subway and online, on various job-seeking platforms and channels. OnlyFans models wanted. That's literally what the postings say. From this point, it goes two ways. Either a girl gets a percentage or a fixed payment for a batch of content. And don't think that we're talking about some insane amounts of money here. Model gets as low as $50 for a 3-hour photo shoot, where pictures are taken from every single possible angle, ending up in hundreds or even thousands of photos. Girls have to submit their IDs along with verification pictures and first batch of content, which is usually around 20 to 30 pictures and up to 10 videos. The group of businessmen, in the meantime, set up bank accounts and register profiles out of Ukraine in order to secure themselves and their profits. These guys already have a network of models that they're managing with some audience, and at this point, all they have to do is to post new model across their entire network. And this new model would gain organic followers without spending a dime on advertisement. Once the model is set and gained at least some traction, it's connected to the chat center, where people who speak English would text customers on behalf of the model to keep fans more engaged and maximize their profits. In the end of the day, model that agreed on revenue share can get up to 30-35% of money generated by her content. And that's if she's lucky. Pretty often, a bunch of operating costs are covered from the model's profit. And sometimes models are getting scammed by being forced to produce more content in advance. Managers can easily explain it in a way that for a new model, consistency is key and that she would still have to do it anyways. So better do it in advance and enjoy the fruits of your work later, and so on. And the ugliest part about this is that once the model is getting exploited in such way, she can't even fight this because all that activity is illegal in Ukraine in the first place. So talking to the police is basically turning yourself in. Eventually, the whole thing turns into another kind of job where girls are taken advantage of by their managers, so-called managers, with no access to their accounts and overall revenue that their content generates. And realistically speaking, it's quite a tricky situation to be in because all managers are different and some of them can even blackmail these girls to keep producing content because they don't want to lose any potential revenue. Girls, on the other hand, are placed in the position where they are a part of a system. And once they've entered it, it's kind of quite hard to get out of it completely. And don't get me wrong, I'm not victimizing these girls because they knew what they were getting into and it was their choice to make. I just want to share the real picture of how it works for everyone. So OnlyFans users don't get fooled thinking that the model texts them when it's Mr. Andrew who majored in English. And for models not to fall within the pattern, everyone follows and perceive it as good as it gets. Because if the game is stacked against you, it doesn't mean that you have to bend and obey. You can always flip the board. And for the rest of us who are neither models nor users, I hope it was interesting to peek behind this curtain of what the hell is happening right now in this crazy wild world that we live in today. If pretty much anything can be bought and sold nowadays, what's next? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Stay true to yourself.